What if I told you that millions of Americans may be entitled to higher Social Security benefits right now, yet many still haven't received every dollar they're owed? Even more surprising, some retirees and surviving spouses could be missing out on thousands of dollars in back payments simply because they don't realize a major law changed. For decades, certain Social Security rules quietly reduced benefits for millions of workers, retirees, widows, and widowers. Many people accepted smaller checks because they believed that was simply how the system worked. Others never knew their benefits had been reduced at all. But a major change has rewritten that story, and for some households, the financial impact could be life-changing. For more than 4 decades, 2 little-known provisions affected millions of Americans who spent part of their careers working in jobs that operated under separate pension systems. These rules often reduced Social Security payments and, in some cases, eliminated benefits entirely. Many people spent years wondering why their Social Security income seemed lower than expected, without fully understanding the reason behind it. The first rule affected workers who spent part of their careers in positions covered by pension systems that did not contribute to Social Security taxes while also working other jobs where Social Security taxes were paid. These individuals often expected to receive benefits based on their Social Security earnings record. However, a special calculation reduced the amount they ultimately received. The reduction remained in place month after month, year after year, throughout retirement. The second rule had an even greater impact on some families. It affected spouses, widows, and widowers who were eligible for benefits based on a husband's or wife's Social Security record, while also receiving certain government pensions. In many situations, these survivor or spousal benefits were reduced dramatically. For some individuals, the reduction was so large that the benefit disappeared entirely. Families who expected support based on a spouse's lifetime contributions suddenly found themselves receiving little or nothing. What made these provisions particularly frustrating was that many affected individuals had no idea the rules existed until they applied for benefits. After years of paying taxes and planning for retirement, they discovered that calculations buried deep within the system would significantly reduce what they received. For many retirees, the reductions felt unfair because they had earned benefits through years of work and contribution. Over time, concerns about these provisions grew. Advocacy groups, employee organizations, retirees, and lawmakers repeatedly called for change. Efforts to modify or eliminate the rules continued for decades. Year after year, proposals were introduced, discussed, and debated. Yet, despite widespread criticism, the rules remained in place. Meanwhile, millions of Americans continued receiving reduced benefits. Then everything changed. A major legislative reform finally removed these long-standing provisions, creating one of the most significant Social Security updates in recent years. The change was designed to restore benefits that many retirees, public employees, and surviving spouses believed they had earned all along. For people who spent decades affected by these rules, the announcement represented a historic shift. The impact extends far beyond future payments. Because the law applies retroactively, many eligible individuals may qualify for back payments covering benefits that should have been paid earlier. For some households, this could mean receiving a substantial lump sum payment in addition to larger monthly benefits moving forward. The size of these adjustments varies depending on individual circumstances. Some people may see modest increases in their monthly payments. Others could experience much larger changes, particularly if previous reductions were significant. Surviving spouses whose benefits were completely eliminated under prior rules may be among those experiencing the largest increases. However, one important issue remains. Although benefit corrections are underway, not every account has been updated. Processing millions of records takes time. Administrative reviews, system updates, and individual case evaluations create delays that can leave some people waiting longer than others. As a result, there are individuals who may still be receiving outdated benefit amounts even though the law has changed. This is where awareness becomes critical. Many people assume that once legislation is passed, every affected account is automatically corrected immediately. In reality, large-scale administrative changes often require extensive processing. Cases may move through different stages of review before adjustments are completed. Some individuals may have received a retroactive payment but are still waiting for their ongoing monthly benefit to be fully updated. Others may not have received any adjustment yet. Because every situation is unique, it is important for beneficiaries to verify their records rather than assuming everything has already been handled. Several groups are most likely to be affected by these changes. Public school employees who worked in pension-covered positions while also holding Social Security-covered jobs may be among them. Certain state and local government workers may also qualify. Individuals who spent years balancing employment between different retirement systems should pay particular attention to their benefit records. Another group includes retired public safety personnel, such as firefighters and law enforcement officers, who participated in pension systems while also earning Social Security credits through other employment. Depending on their work history, these individuals may be eligible for revised benefit calculations. Certain federal employees hired under older retirement systems may also be affected. Retirement structures have changed over time, and eligibility depends on specific employment histories. Because these cases can be complex, reviewing official records is especially important. Perhaps the most important group consists of widows and widowers who previously experienced reductions or eliminations of survivor benefits. For many families, survivor benefits represent a critical source of income after the loss of a spouse. Changes restoring those benefits can significantly improve financial stability. The challenge is that not every survivor case follows the same path. Some accounts may update automatically. Others may require additional review. In certain circumstances, prior denials may affect how benefits are processed. That is why verifying eligibility and reviewing account information remains so important. Retirees should not assume that silence means everything is correct. Government agencies process enormous volumes of information, and delays can occur. The absence of a letter or notification does not necessarily mean a person is receiving every dollar they are entitled to receive. Checking account information directly is often the most reliable way to confirm whether updates have been applied. Another important point involves expectations. While some people may qualify for substantial increases, others may see smaller adjustments. The amount depends on individual earnings records, pension history, benefit type, and several other factors. There is no single number that applies to everyone. Still, even modest monthly increases can have a meaningful impact over time. A benefit increase received every month for years can add up to thousands of dollars during retirement. For households operating on fixed incomes, that additional financial security can make a significant difference. The broader lesson extends beyond this specific law. Social Security rules change periodically, and many updates receive far less attention than they deserve. New legislation, benefit adjustments, earnings limits, healthcare changes, and administrative updates can all affect retirement planning. Staying informed helps beneficiaries avoid missing opportunities and ensures they receive benefits they have earned. Unfortunately, many retirees learn about important changes long after they occur. Information often spreads unevenly, leaving some people unaware of developments that directly affect them. This is why reviewing benefit statements and monitoring official updates remains so valuable. Financial security during retirement depends on more than simply collecting a monthly check. It requires understanding how the system works, knowing when rules change, and taking action when necessary. Even individuals who believe their benefits are correct can benefit from occasional reviews. The recent reforms demonstrate how a single legislative change can affect millions of lives. For decades, certain workers and surviving spouses saw reduced benefits because of rules they neither created nor fully understood. Now, many of those reductions are being reversed, creating opportunities for larger payments and retroactive compensation. For anyone who spent part of a career in public service, received a government pension, or experienced reductions in spousal or survivor benefits, reviewing Social Security records may be worthwhile. Understanding eligibility and verifying benefit amounts could help ensure that no available benefits are overlooked. The most important takeaway is simple. Never assume your benefits are automatically correct just because you are already receiving payments. Systems change, laws evolve, and corrections take time. Staying informed remains one of the best ways to protect your financial future. And this is only the beginning. In Part 2, we'll cover the specific steps beneficiaries can take to verify their records, common mistakes that delay corrections, what surviving spouses need to know, and how to make sure every eligible dollar reaches the people who earned it. As important as tax deductions, property tax exemptions, and healthcare savings can be, they are only part of the picture. Many retirees are surprised to learn that several additional programs exist to help lower everyday expenses. Individually, some of these benefits may seem small. Together, however, they can create meaningful monthly savings that improve financial stability and reduce pressure on a fixed income. One example involves assistance with communication services. Access to a reliable phone and internet connection has become essential for healthcare appointments, banking, emergency communication, and staying connected with family. Recognizing this, certain assistance programs help reduce the cost of phone or internet service for eligible individuals. While the monthly savings may not seem dramatic at first glance, reducing recurring expenses is one of the easiest ways to improve long-term financial security. Utility assistance is another often overlooked resource. Heating and cooling costs can place a significant burden on older adults, especially during periods of extreme weather. Assistance programs designed to help with energy bills may provide support to qualifying households. Yet many people who could benefit never apply because they assume the process will be complicated or believe they will not qualify. This highlights a recurring theme that appears throughout retirement planning. Assumptions can be expensive. Many individuals eliminate themselves from consideration before ever checking the actual requirements. As a result, benefits intended to help them remain unused. When discussing financial opportunities available after age 65, one of the most valuable topics involves taxes. Many retirees continue handling taxes the same way they did during their working years, even though their circumstances have changed significantly. Retirement income often comes from different sources, each with its own tax treatment. Understanding how these rules interact can lead to meaningful savings. Some retirees continue having more money withheld from income sources than necessary. Because withholding happens automatically, they rarely stop to evaluate whether the amount remains appropriate. Over time, this can result in giving the government an interest-free loan throughout the year and waiting months for a refund. Receiving a large refund may feel rewarding, but it often indicates that too much money was withheld in the first place. Reviewing withholding levels periodically can help ensure that income remains available when it is needed rather than being tied up unnecessarily. Age-related deductions can also play an important role in reducing taxable income. Many taxpayers are familiar with standard deductions, yet fewer people understand how additional age-based provisions may affect their returns. These provisions can work together, creating larger reductions than many retirees expect. The challenge is that no system automatically alerts individuals when opportunities become available. Responsibility ultimately falls on taxpayers to review their returns, ask questions, and verify that all eligible deductions have been applied correctly. For homeowners with substantial assets, additional opportunities may exist beyond basic exemptions and tax reductions. Some states offer property tax deferral programs that allow eligible seniors to postpone property tax payments under certain circumstances. Instead of paying immediately, the obligation may be settled later according to program rules. These programs are not appropriate for everyone, but they can provide valuable cash flow flexibility for individuals facing financial pressure. Understanding available options allows homeowners to make informed decisions based on their personal circumstances rather than assumptions. Families should also be aware of how benefits may be affected when a spouse passes away. During periods of grief and adjustment, administrative matters are often overlooked. Yet failing to update records or file required paperwork can sometimes result in the loss of valuable exemptions or protections. This is why planning ahead is so important. Understanding what documents may be needed and which offices should be contacted can make difficult situations easier to manage. A little preparation today can prevent costly mistakes tomorrow. Vehicle-related expenses provide another example of savings opportunities that frequently go unnoticed. Depending on location, older residents may qualify for reduced registration fees, lower taxes, or other age-related benefits. While the savings may seem modest compared to property taxes or healthcare costs, every recurring expense matters during retirement. Many people underestimate the cumulative effect of small savings. A reduction here, a discount there, and a tax break elsewhere may not appear significant individually, yet when combined, they can add hundreds or even thousands of dollars back into a household budget each year. Consider the situation of a hypothetical retiree who owns a home, receives Social Security benefits, pays Medicare premiums, and files a tax return annually. If that individual qualifies for a property tax exemption, healthcare assistance, prescription drug savings, and age-related tax deductions, the combined financial impact could be substantial. None of those benefits would require extraordinary circumstances. They would simply reflect existing programs being used as intended. This distinction is important. Taking advantage of available benefits is not exploiting the system. These programs were created to support eligible individuals. Applying for them is not receiving special treatment. It is claiming opportunities that already exist under current rules. Many retirees spent decades working, paying taxes, raising families, and contributing to their communities. The benefits available later in life often reflect policies designed to recognize those contributions and provide support during retirement. There is no reason to feel guilty about exploring programs that may improve financial security. Another valuable step involves keeping records organized. Important documents such as tax returns, Medicare statements, property tax notices, insurance information, and benefit letters should be stored in a way that makes them easy to locate. Organized records can simplify applications, reduce stress, and help resolve questions more efficiently. Regular reviews of financial documents can also reveal opportunities that might otherwise be missed. A quick annual review may identify deductions, exemptions, or assistance programs that were not previously considered. Staying proactive is often the difference between claiming available benefits and overlooking them. Technology can be helpful as well. Many government agencies now provide online resources that allow individuals to check eligibility requirements, download forms, and learn about available programs. While not everyone is comfortable using online tools, family members, friends, community organizations, and local assistance programs may be able to help. One of the most important lessons retirees can learn is that asking questions costs nothing. A brief conversation with a local office, benefits counselor, or assistance program representative can provide clarity and potentially uncover valuable opportunities. The worst outcome is discovering that a program does not apply. The best outcome could be significant long-term savings. It is also important to remember that rules can change. Tax laws evolve. Healthcare programs are updated. Income limits may be adjusted. Benefits available today may differ from those available several years ago. This means that previous ineligibility does not guarantee current ineligibility. Someone who applied years ago and was denied may qualify today under updated rules. Likewise, a benefit that did not exist previously may now be available. Revisiting eligibility periodically is often worthwhile. Community awareness plays a powerful role in helping people access information. Many retirees first learn about valuable programs through conversations with friends, neighbors, family members, or local organizations. Sharing knowledge can help others avoid paying unnecessary expenses and encourage them to explore available resources. Financial security during retirement is not solely about earning more income. In many cases, it is about keeping more of the money that already belongs to you. Reducing unnecessary expenses, claiming available deductions, and utilizing assistance programs can have the same practical effect as increasing income. The reality is that millions of Americans over age 65 are entitled to benefits they have never claimed. Some are missing property tax savings. Others are paying higher healthcare costs than necessary. Still others are overlooking deductions that could lower their tax bills. The common thread is a lack of awareness rather than a lack of eligibility. That is why education remains so important. Understanding available options allows individuals to make informed decisions and avoid costly oversights. Even a few hours spent researching benefits can potentially produce savings that continue for years. If there is one message to take away from all of this, it is that eligibility alone is not enough. Benefits must often be claimed. Applications must be completed. Questions must be asked. Information must be verified. The difference between qualifying and receiving assistance frequently comes down to taking action. Start with the basics. Review property tax records, examine healthcare costs, verify tax deductions, explore local assistance programs, organize important documents, ask questions whenever something is unclear. These simple steps can reveal opportunities that have been hiding in plain sight. Retirement should be a time focused on stability, security, and peace of mind, not unnecessary financial stress. While no program can eliminate every challenge, understanding available resources can make a meaningful difference. The goal is not to chase every possible benefit. The goal is to ensure that money does not leave your pocket unnecessarily when legal opportunities exist to reduce expenses. Many people spend years searching for ways to increase retirement income while overlooking savings opportunities already available to them. Sometimes the fastest way to improve financial security is not by finding more income, but by stopping unnecessary spending. The opportunities discussed throughout this guide may not apply equally to everyone. Eligibility depends on location, income, personal circumstances, and program requirements. However, taking the time to investigate these possibilities can be one of the most valuable financial decisions a retiree makes. A few phone calls, a few forms, and a little research may be all that separates someone from savings they have earned the right to receive. And for many retirees, those savings can provide greater confidence, flexibility, and peace of mind for years to come. SSA Insights Pro.